Hi, I'm Ruth, an inventor and engineer, and I've always been intrigued about machines that shape the world around us. When I was younger, I had no idea how exciting engineering could be, but now I want to help others discover some of the things that are happening behind the things we see every day. I'm here at Nestlé in Halifax, West Yorkshire, home of the Quality Street, to see what goes into making this iconic sweet and see some cutting-edge engineering that's taking wrapping to the next level.
Hi Ruth.
Hi Ryan, I am so excited to be here and to see all the chocolate. Now I believe that you produce 17,000 tonnes of sweets here on this site.
Yeah, so the line that we're actually going to go and show you, it's responsible for making over 500 million sweets. When you lay them down side by side, it actually stretches halfway across the world. That works out to about 2 tonnes an hour. We have got a new bit of kit that makes the process even speedier, but I'm going to go and show you where the chocolate actually comes in and where the process starts.
Lead the way, sounds great. So that pipe is labelled chocolate and there is liquid chocolate coming out of there. What is happening? Where's this come from?
This is the start of the process for us, and this is what's called the shell depositor. And all it is a dollop of chocolate that goes into each of the pocket of the moulds, and that gives us that nice cup that we want to see before we add the filling in.
I was going to say, they don't look like finished chocolate.
They're definitely not finished chocolate, but what happens is we actually get this chocolate from the sister site in York. That gets sent over in big tankers and then we store it in big 20-ton tanks. What we have to do before that though, we have to temper the chocolate.
What's tempering?
So what tempering is, chocolate's full of little crystals, and what we need to do is we need to line all them crystals up. By doing that, we have to put them through different heating and cooling zones, and it's ultimately to get the chocolate to behave how we want it to. Once we do that, and if you get that correct, it leaves a nice shine and it gives a nice snap when you bite into it. As well as that, instead of going all mouldy and melty in a month, it lasts a lot longer.
And so does that mean that all this chocolate is going through these pipes all across the factory?
So they are going all around the factory, but we have got 2 different kinds of chocolate on site at the minute though. We do have the moulding chocolate, which is specifically used for this line, and then we have enrobing chocolate, which we use on the other lines across the factories.
So this is obviously not green triangles, what are we making here?
No, it's not green triangles, unfortunately. We are actually making the caramel swirls at the minute.
Oh, that's my favourite. I'm excited to see this. So the chocolate comes into here, put in the moulds, and then what's happening over there? Because that's a lot of noise happening from over there.
We'll go and take a look if you want. Yeah, so you can see the mould shaking there, and then it goes on to the next point.
It's not turning it round.
Yeah, so this is the next point, it's a mould turnover. It drops all the chocolate into the worm, but on the next one you can actually see the chocolate falling out a lot clearer.
Oh wow, so that spins around and pushes all that chocolate. Where does that go?
It goes back through the temper and reused all over again.
So we've got the moulds flipping over, the chocolate falling in there, going back in and being reused. What happens to the moulds up there then?
It goes through the cooling and then we're going to the next stage, which I'll show you.
So this looks like it does something important.
It's definitely important. So this panel controls the centre depositor. And all the centre depositor is, it puts the caramel into the sweet.
So depending on the different fillings in the chocolate, this is how you control that?
This controls it, and we can control everything with great accuracy.
How accurate is this?
So we can do it to 0.1 of a millimetre.
So just hypothetically, if I wanted slightly more caramel in my chocolate, what would I have to touch?
For more caramel, you want to change the suck backstroke and the deposit speed, and then you get more caramel in your sweet. If you want to see some caramel though, we'll go and have a look over here.
Is that caramel coming down from the ceiling?
It is, and this is what our centre depositor looks like. And all this does is we've got the pistons that pushes caramel into each pocket of the mould.
There's so much going on. I can see servos there and pistons and things. Is that all controlled by the panel?
That's controlled by the panel. So the servos are there, so we don't have to stop the line and adjust anything. We can just do it all when the line's running.
And have you always done it like this?
No, we used to run by the old chain and cogway, but every time we'd have to stop the machine and it would guesswork.
And I'm guessing timing's really important. So we've got the chocolate shells coming in, the caramel's going in, they're coming out the other end with caramel in them.
It is. We want to make sure that we get the correct amount of centre into each of the moulds.
I don't know what is more mesmerising, the actual machine working or that caramel. morning. I hear you're born and bred Nestle.
I am. I've worked here 10 years now.
Now, Ryan showed me the start of this process, and you're going to show me the next bit.
Yes, so this is the next stage, putting the bottom of the sweet on.
But this is the top.
Oh, it's upside down at the moment in time.
Okay, so talk me through what's happening here.
So this is where the moulds come together and we smother the whole mould with chocolate.
And here, I can see it keeps putting chocolate on and then not putting on. Is there some sort of sensor or something?
Yeah, there's one right in the middle if you can see, and that detects whether there's enough chocolate smothering the moulds.
Fantastic. And then obviously, once that's wiped off, it heads in that direction. Now, some of them have got little holes on them. That's not what they look like at the end.
No, so we scrape the excess chocolate off the top, but there's sometimes little air bubbles in the sweets, and we don't want them because leaking toffee is a nightmare. So what we do is we send them through a shaker.
I have seen that. So you shake it, and then let me guess, it gets cold.
It does get cold, you are right. But let me show you what happens after the cold.
Fantastic, lead the way.
Let's go.
So they seem to be out of their moulds now.
Yeah, they're turned upside down and then hit with a hammer.
Is that what that noise is?
That's what that noise is, yeah.
So do you mean like actually hit with a hammer?
Actually hit with a hammer.
Is that how you've always done it?
It's always how we've done it, and believe it or not, it's even what new equipment does.
These chocolates have really been on a journey.
They have, and believe it or not, the plant has around a mile worth of chain in it.
How on earth on this scale do you gear up for something like Christmas?
Oh, well, Christmas here starts in April.
I mean, they started off down there and now they're splitting off into 5 different lanes. Why are we doing that?
So we split them up equally into 5 different wrapping machines.
And is that for efficiency?
Yeah, to make sure we don't underfill or overfill the wrappers.
I mean, it looks like they're heading off at speed, but it sounds like they're going to get even faster.
If you think this is fast, wait till you've seen the wrappers.
After seeing how these famous chocolates are made, we've reached the final and perhaps the most impressive part of the process, the wrapping. And what makes it even more impressive is that Nestle's own apprentice, Nicole, played a key role in helping the team switch from foil to paper wrapping. A real engineering feat and a great example of the next generation of engineers leading innovation on the factory floor. Hey Nicole, really nice to meet you. I hear you've been in Nestle for 3 years and you started as an apprentice?
Yeah, that's right.
And you always wanted to work in a factory?
Actually. Yeah, it seems a bit strange, but I was always that child that took the sides apart, put them back together again.
And I hear you were part of a big team that looked at changing the wrapping from foil to paper.
Yes, that was brilliant. I couldn't have asked for a better opportunity. They had me working in a project team with engineering, standard operators, planning.
So you must be an expert when it comes to this, which is all about wrapping.
So basically, this flue barrel here, this is where the sweets come in. It's got a vacuum, so it'll hold the sweets. The sweet then comes into this first wheel. It's grabbed by the gripper arms. As it comes round here, it'll twist to present to the second wheel. The second wheel is where it'll meet the paper. As it comes round up here, the paper comes out and it'll be sat at the back of the slate. Then moves round that wheel to join the third wheel, where it gets its first and second folds.
Yep.
At the end of that third wheel, it then gets the wrap twist. So there's 2 twisters on either side. They'll twist the twist wrap and it'll shoot off. It's brilliant to watch.
How many machines have you got running?
So we have 7 of these machines, 5 that run constantly and 2 that are backup machines.
So how many sweets do you wrap? Hundreds?
1,000.
So the chocolates seem to be speeding up even quicker as they enter the wrapping machine. And this is the bit where the vacuum's holding them on, so I'm guessing if not, they fly off.
Yeah.
And then we've got the wrappers. And then when you come here, I am so glad you explained this to me because it's so quick. It's picking up the chocolate, putting in the wrapper. Even the bit where it's twisting at the end is so fast.
Yeah.
And then it's literally airborne at the end. Honestly, thank you so much, Nicole, for showing me this absolutely amazing machine. From the very first ingredient to the innovative fast new wrapping system, it's clear that innovation and tradition go hand in hand here at Nestle in Halifax. It's been incredible to see the engineering that goes into every single sweet and meet the incredible people that help make it happen. Right, let's find me a caramel swirl. I don't just share these, do I?